Going on, Kevin? Just going live as I kick across the lake here. Fishing is pretty good. Shore bite is definitely the way to go today. As you can see, the wind is picking up, so I'm going to be done probably earlier than later on from a tube. It's not worth fighting it, but the bite's decent for most shore anglers. There's like depending on what cove you're fishing in, it's onesie, twosie fish, not a whole lot of like limits. So I guess it could be considered slow for the amount of people. There's gotta be 1,000 people out here, no joke. There's a lot of people out here. It's just it's busy, but the shore bite is decent. Some of the more productive spots that we talk about here on the channel are doing all right, but the school of fish have definitely stayed closer to shore, and tubes, a lot of the tubes, including mine, is pretty quiet. I picked up 2 fish early in another area that I'm headed back to right now, but everywhere else I went on the tube, it was dead. It was absolutely dead. So if you guys have any questions for the channel, just overall, this is the place to do it. We're just, like I said, I'm kicking across the whole lake right now, and you can see I am pretty much dead center in the lake right now. So if you got some time, if you guys want to post up, you got a couple of questions, feel free to ask here. So far, right now, I'm just dragging a mice tail across the lake. Not really even, there's not going to be any fish out here. Most of the trout here this time of year are within, like I said, the first 50 feet of shore probably. So not really counting on much to hit out this way unless there's some fish swimming up near the surface out here. But outside of that, not going to see too many bites out here in the middle. But bite came on a Thomas early, 2 on a Thomas spoon, and then tried jig, bait, and pretty much everything after that, and no bites. So I don't know. I'm probably going to go back to where I was getting, and we'll see. You know, like I said, if you guys have any questions, post them up. This is the time to ask all your trout fishing questions right now. We're going to be trying to do more lives for you guys. I know I've lagged on that. Usually just get so involved in the fishing, I don't really take a lot of time to get out and do lives, but we'll be doing more and more of them. Yeah, I know, Ryan, we're trying out here, but not in this spot. We're just kicking across the lake, and if we hook into one while live, for sure, we'll try to get that on there for you guys. But right now, the wind came up about 15 minutes ago, and I suspect a lot of the float tubes will be headed out of here. It's starting to blow. They said it was supposed to only blow like 10 or 11 miles an hour. It is not too far off of that, at least that right now. So gonna blow a lot more as the deserts heat up. So it looks like almost to the east side. You can see the east shore right behind me. It's not too far behind me, and we are almost in the fishing zone again. And we could probably get fish in this area, maybe. We're not too far out of where we can get into action, but we are definitely going to try to fish in some spots. So, any browns still holding in the lake? That's a great question. As you can see on the hat, I mean, big fan of the brown trout. As far as I know, no, there have been a few like mixture, like kind of a hybrid rainbow and brown trout stocked. Unintentionally, they're not trying to do that, but they get mixed in with the state fish just through the breeding process, and there's been a few of them out here, but not a whole lot. About, what is it, 2000, I want to say 2012, somewhere in there, they were starting to plant browns. They were experimenting, and it just got expensive, and the hatcheries that were doing the brown trout had a lot of problems, so that whole program just kind of ended, and they haven't done it again since. So maybe again one day. I have caught some pretty nice browns here over the years, but not in a long time, and it's just probably not going to return. It really should. This lake is perfect for brown trout. It's just they have no interest in stocking them. So just checking the bite right now. Felt a little bit of weight on the rod there. But anyway, like I said, no browns. Possibly some from that last plant. But man, if they're still in here, those things are huge. So unlikely though that they're still there. But we could hope one day they will plant them. Again, if you're just joining us, you guys are welcome to post up any questions about fishing, especially trout fishing here in Southern California or any of the western lakes. If you have any questions about any particular spots, let me know, and we'll get you on there. Yeah, I know. There was some good old days up here at Lake Gregory back in the day. There was a really good brown trout fishery up here a long time ago. I have a feeling one day they'll maybe do something, but the problem is that they have trouble with catch and release and all that here. It's hard to keep that going, and they're not going to plant enough to keep the fishery sustained with them. So it's hard, and rainbow trout are more common and a little cheaper to produce, so they just go that direction. But so far, again, if you guys are just joining the update, Derby, I believe they got a 27-inch fish somewhere. Overall, the bite is, I would say, slow for most people. I'd say 80-90% of shore anglers are skunked. There's no, hold on, we gotta adjust this rod real quick. Getting a little off there. Yeah, so I'd say, like I said, 80-90% are skunked out here. There's not a good, really solid bite to talk about, but I am moving into an area where we should be able to hook into them once again. So, do you ever use braid? I never use braid or fluorocarbon. I used to use it, and I felt like it was just overkill on the strength, and I just don't. I go through so much line, it's just not worth the price. And I found that Isoline XXX is like all I need to get it into fish. So I don't tend to use pretty much anything else, just XXX Isoline. So as you can see, the wind is really picking up. Look behind me. You can see it coming in there. It's picking up. It's getting really windy out here, so gonna get tough to float tube, and that sucks. But as part of it, you pretty much have those first 2-3 hours, and then it's blown out. So yeah, no, not usually fluoro braid. I know it's pretty popular nowadays, but not my thing. I like Isoline XXX 2-pound test mono. That's all I use. That's pretty much it nowadays. Unless I'm trolling, then I might use like a 4-pound, especially in some of the lakes out of state where fish can get kind of big, and you don't want to fight 8-10 pound fish on 2-pound test when you're trolling. It's a great way to lose a fish, so not a good thing. Any other questions? We used Velveeta cheese in the 80s. You ever used that before? Yeah. Oh yeah, back in the day. Not in a long time. In fact, hold on a second. I gotta fix this rod. Had to fix the wind is taking the line, doing weird things with it. Yeah, no Velveeta in a long time. It's been a long time since I've used that. It used to be like pretty much all anyone used, and then power baits kind of came on the scene real strong, and then ever since then it changed. So not anymore. Not many people using that anymore. Is that a bite? Hold on a second. Let me see here. Felt like maybe a bite there. Nope. And if it was brief. I was just feeling, I saw the line and the rod tighten up there. It could be the bubble. I'm dragging a bubble and a mice tail. In fact, let me recast that real quick. Hold on a second. All right, we are back. I had to recast. We're getting into an area where there's a shot at the bait setup getting hit through here. So we recasted it, positioned that thing right where we need it. What kind of float tube? This is an Outcast. This is one of the bigger models. I can't remember what they call this one. So I think is that the oversized? I can't remember. But this is an Outcast model. It's like an orange one. Pretty nice setup. These float really nice on the water. I have 3 of these things, and not because I wanted 3, but I used to have just 2, one for me and like somebody if they came with me, and then came up on a really good deal one day, and somebody was selling one for like $50, and I was like, man, I'll take it for $50. So it's been a while since I've tubed though, but I really need to start doing this more because I enjoy it a lot. Float tubing is a lot of fun. In fact, before I leave here today, I'm going to do a full video on this setup that I'm using right now, and you guys will see that over there on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I mean, don't hesitate. If you're thinking about it, get one. If you're over here on shore, I'm not sure what shore you're on, but if you're out here, I would go for broke, man. Shore bite, like I said, it's pretty quiet most places, and I would throw power bait out there today because the mice tail is usually on the conservative side. Corn yellow, 2-3 foot leader, and only about 30 feet out, pretty close to shore. Any fish that are biting have been real close to shore. So don't throw it way out there. There's nothing out in the deeper water. They're all within the first 30-40 feet of shore. And Kevin, yeah, if you're thinking about getting a tube, you could get one. Just stay tuned for the video I'll put down on this channel for all the basics you need. Some people like buy too much stuff, and you just don't need it. There's very limited gear you need. Like you need the right fins, but there's expensive fins and there's cheap fins, and there's kind of the in-betweens and all that. So we'll talk about it on the video though. I'll definitely do a video today and post up what you need. I'm reading your question there, Alex. The most beautiful place I've ever fished for trout, I would say, oh man, that's a tough one. Probably Lamar Valley in Yellowstone is probably the most beautiful by far. If you ever get a chance, check out the Lamar River in Yellowstone. It's on the very north side of the park. And definitely bring a gun or bear spray with you. There's a lot of wild animals. You'll see bears like walking by within a couple hundred feet of you. But the Lamar River, that's Lamar, Lamar River in Yellowstone, by far the most beautiful place you will ever fish. in United States. There's some really good ones. I've seen some awesome ones in Colorado and Idaho and such, and they're all great. Trust me, it's hard to like pick one, but if I had to pick one, it would be the Lamar River in that Lamar Valley. Incredible, and the fishing's insane. You can go out there like June, July, and August, and all basically from late June all the way through September. It's insane out there. The fishing is incredible, so definitely go check that out. I will be up there, Kevin, for the opener. That's kind of why I just came out here today, is just kind of bop around and just check out the local action. But yeah, the opener is happening. I'll be up there for almost 5 days, starting Thursday. So it'll be fun. It's going to be good times. Staying mostly Bridgeport, and then going to fish pretty much everywhere. We're going to do June Lake, Convict, Bishop Creek. We'll do it all. We'll hit Lundy. I don't know about Crowley yet. I guess it depends on the wind. Southern Utah is one of my favorites. I mean, fishing-wise, my wife would tell you that fishing-wise, Southern Utah has got to be one of my favorites. We spend a lot of time there. I fish Southern Utah probably 20 times, at least 20 times a year. So that's a lot from down here. You know, that's 500-600 miles from my house. But we go up there quite a bit, and it's incredible. I don't know about scenery wise being the best. It's actually, most of the lakes in southern Utah are pretty ugly, but the fishing is insane. It's some of the best fishing anywhere. And if you know the right spots and the right lakes up there, it's almost hard to beat it anywhere in the West. It's probably in the top 5 for sure. Stellfire, good to see you on the channel. Yeah, Mammoth is gonna be interesting. I don't know if the water will be open much up there with the roads and such. I don't know what they'll do, but hopefully they'll open up Mammoth, because I'd like to hit that too. I usually will just go back to Mammoth about 2-3 weeks after the opener, and so wind is really picking up now. I'm trying to get blown basically back into the cove where I started, and so far that is working. We are definitely headed that direction, and I'm not even kicking. The Derby's packed, man. I would say there's at least 300-400 minimum, 300-400 people that signed up, and I would say there's got to be over 1,000 people out here at least. I mean, it's gonna fade fast as people are finding out that the crowds are fading a little bit, but it is there's got to be 1,000 people out here, no joke. Thanks for the update, Stellfire. Yeah, Convict is on the list. We always hit that as part of the opener. It's just you have to go to Convict opening weekend, even if it's for just part of it. But we always make time for Convict. The only downer with Convict is the wind tends to really blow there, so it's hit and miss. You know, you can go there and wind's not bad, and then it gets real bad. Hold on, I'm gonna recast this line real quick. All right. Got to be careful with the phone, or the next shot you'll see is an underwater shot of a trout. Yeah, I'd never, if you've been following the channel long enough, you'll know I never do derbies, man. I don't like derbies, but if I had to shore fish it, I probably wouldn't have come out. I would have either fished the day after, the day before the derby, but I typically do not fish derbies. I just came out just basically check it out and just just check out the circus. Basically, I'm not out here to be serious about fishing today at all. It's just to come out. Mainly wanted to get back into tubing, just test out the gear. I got a lot of trips this summer, and we're definitely going to put this tube on the water. So it was perfect to come out here and check out, make sure the tube is working. I did find out these waders have a small leak in them, so I'm probably going to buy another set of waders. These are actually some pretty expensive Hodgmans that I've had for a while, and they've only been used twice and they're already leaking. So looks like I'm going to pick up some Sims. Let's see, Hot Creek. Yeah, Hot Creek, this is the time to hit Hot Creek before the melt off. Really good. Power bait on shore here, I would say either like chunky cheese, salmon peach, or corn yellow are really good options. Those are probably the best. Every now and then you can, just straight chartreuse or like a rainbow lime twist, but I like, for my favorite is corn yellow. Hard to go wrong on that. Really good bait here from shore. Yep, and always spray down with garlic or some kind of scent. I really like the corn dip from Berkeley. That stuff doesn't stay on the bait very well, but it is a very good scent. It tends to produce very well. Good stuff. Trout like that sweet taste too, not just like a garlic. They like a sweeter stuff like the anise or what's that other one? There's another one that's pretty good. But they do like that. I've heard vanilla works really well. I haven't used it in a long time. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna use power baits out here, smaller bait, roll it like a worm so they can see it a little better from a distance, and don't cast it too far right now. If you're on shore here at Lake Gregory, the fish are within the 30 feet of shore. So out here on a tube, kayak, all these boats, everybody out here, they're not getting many fish. There's a couple of spotty bites. Like I said earlier, I was able to stick a couple early. They were small. I'm not gonna keep or report them for the Derby. But the boats are just getting hammered out here. There's no bite for them. In fact, looking around, it looks like a bunch of the float tubes are calling it a day. So it is the wind is picking up and the bite isn't that great for everybody. So I think a lot of people are just kind of saying screw it, and they're going to shore, just calling it a day. So not seeing too many fish show up over on the east side. I'm actually on the east side of the lake right here, and not seeing any shore anglers yet catching anything. A lot of fish on the south shore were showing up. I'd say probably one of the better bites, but still slow. The railing near the south parking lot produced on and off onesie twosie fishes for most people there, but overall not great there really anywhere. That hasn't been great. All right, yeah, post up. If you got tips for people, post them up here. It's a great spot, great time to do it. Like I said, we're going to be doing more lives. Really need to do these more. I love chatting with the people that